Welcome to Connecting Kern on a Monday. So excited to start this new week. As you know, we have a fresh show. It's our second week into the broadcast. The format of the show is we have a thought of the day that we're going to tease it right now. And the teasing of the thought of the day is the path is important. The reason of taking it is too. But before we continue to the thought of the day, I'm going to present our guest. And our guest is Racquel Ellis, and she's from Cesar Chavez Elementary School. How are you, Racquel?
I am well, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, and I'm glad that you're here with us today. And well, as you know, we have a thought of the day. We usually do it every day, and we have it, and we put specifically no context so that we can talk about it and see what you think about it, and kind of like tell your conception of it. So the path is important. And the reason to taking it is too. What does that? What do you think about that thought of the day, Racquel?
I like that thought. So that thought makes me think about really considering our why. Why do we do something? Why do we take the road or the path that we take? Because we know that, as you said in the phrase, the path is important, but it becomes more meaningful and resonates with us when we know why we're taking that path and what's important to us, and it'll lead us to our destination.
Very cool. Yes, I love that. That is true. The path is important, and also the free will, right? That you have in front of you a wide variety of things, and it's not given. You have to choose it. You have to choose where you're going or where you're heading with this. So yes. I really appreciate that. So let me ask you something. So in your capacity as in Cesar Chavez Elementary School, you recently have, can you tell me a little bit of what you do there? What kind of teaching do you do? And we're going to talk a little bit about a track and field meet that you did a few weeks ago at Bakersfield High School.
Yes, so I am a special education teacher for elementary schools. This year I have 4th, 5th, and 6th graders. And my main role is just to support students and try to help them meet their full potential and give them the extra resources they need so they can participate more effectively with their general education peers.
That's fabulous. And also, like you mentioned, I think you mentioned you are also, on top of being the teacher, which is fabulous, that you're helping these kids to kind of evolve a lot of skills of resilience, of emotional skills, learning skills. Also part of this, you're a track and field coach, right? Assistant coach. And you guys had recently, you had a meet recently in Bakersfield High School?
We did. So about a week ago, we had our district track meet at Bakersfield High School. It was just so much fun to watch these students participate with joy in the activities that they do. You know, it just reminds us that, or reminded me that kind of like that, the thought of the day, that the why we're doing something and the path that they take was they enjoy doing it and they're having fun in the competition. So it was a really fun day, and the students worked hard to get there. They had 2 meets they had to compete in before they qualified for that meet. And then we do have some students who are qualified to go on to the county meet at Liberty High School at the end of April. So that's exciting as well.
Wow, that is very, very exciting. So as you know, our website is connectingkern.com. And I think one of the things that you and I were talking before on the meeting before we did our this story is that you obviously, one of the things that you do is you work with in the community, and one of the organizations, as we're going here to the resources page of Connecting Kern, I know one of the organizations that you mentioned that helps you fund the program is the Kern Regional Center, right? I'm kind of plugging them right now on their website.
Yes, so we do have students who receive services outside of the school environment as well. And the Kern Regional Center is an excellent resource for our students and families. It just really helps give additional support to the families when they need it.
That's fabulous. Well, we really appreciate all the hard work that you do. This segment is exactly for that, to celebrate the great works of people like you that are helping the community. And we'd love to hear more as we do another episode in the future about, when you go to those, the continuity of those track and field meets, And we thank you so much for all the work that you do with our fine students and all these all these activities that you create for them.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it.
Of course. And like we always say, if you're going to connect with someone, connect with Kern. And with that, we're going to say goodbye to the segment. Thank you, Racquel. We'll see you next time. And we'll see
Thank
you
you.
next episode in Connecting Kern. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.